the idea of somebody somebody winning and so must be somebody is losing, I do not believe in it. I do believe in win-win value proposition. And same thing when it comes to this aspect, which is with China and United States support such an initiative, the answer is yes. Why? As we said initially, that the high-income country have this difficulty, and it's to the benefit of the high-income country to build the buying power of mid and low-income countries, so it's a benefit to the United States because they are one of the high-income countries. And it is to the benefit to the United States to focus and to create a new service industry so big, because to maintain the quality of life that they want, they have to move from a low, mid, and high value product, or high value product, from a low and mid to service industry and innovation. So if you create a service industry, $20 trillion service industry a year, so they're going to take major part of it, and that's coincide with their planning to sustain their way of living, American ways of living. At the same time, if we look to China, for example, China would love an initiative like this. Why? Because in 2008, when when the world had this economic crisis in 2008, China had a major challenge. They say something about 30,000 factories shut down in China. So China, for them, it's part of their strategy to minimize the dependencies on a high-income country. What does that mean? Building the buying power of mid and low-income country is a core strategy for China. In fact, at that time, there were major pressure on China to increase the value of their currency to minimize the surplus between China and the rest of the world. You know, between China now and the rest of the world, it used to be surplus. China is selling more product than they buy product. So the world came to China and says, no, this is not acceptable. And what you need to do to balance that is to increase the value of your currency. And they were in agreement with it, but the negotiation was how long will it take to increase the valuation, 5 years or 20 years. China wanted to stretch it as much as possible. Why? Because China's plan is to move from a low and mid value product to high and service and innovation. But if China increases the valuation of its currency, it's going to affect negatively this transition to move from a mid to high and to service and innovation. They want to maintain the value of their currency as is today and make this move. So if this initiative calls for transition of the low and mid value product to be produced around the world, China will support that. China will be more than happy, example, to come to the South Mediterranean country, to Egypt, to Tunis, to Morocco, and to build capacity so they can produce a product for their neighbor, the North Mediterranean neighbor. China would love to do that. So it alleviates the pressure on their currency, this currency. It helps them to minimize dependency on the high-income country by building the buying power of mid and low-income countries. And also it helps to migrate, to start migrating from low and mid value product to high and service and innovation. So also China would like it. So having said that, this initiative is so comprehensive and so beautiful that it provides benefit to all.